Mondays is Front Left podcast. The streets have been waiting. The streets have been waiting, and we answered them. My name's Tez, and I'm joined by.
Go ahead.
Yo, it's trick or treat, man.
Yo, it's just Josh list right now. I've risked it all, man. Yo, my insurance company called me and told me, yo, my policy don't cover this risk. They said I'm risking too much. So they said they told me to allow it.
Once the payday loan finished,
I ain't gonna get a payout with all this risking children's life insurance, risking my mum's pension, risking Tez's grandma's gyro. They said, oh, you're a big man, relax.
I was risking student finance and everything.
Mad thing, but we all out here today, so yeah.
Trust me, man.
Yeah. Special guest in the building, C-Mac.
C-Mac.
Yeah.
He's off camera though, because he's shy.
But he's hear something.
I've got Jacob on the sounds as well.
As usual.
That's my best friend. He's so lucky.
I'll still got that video, you know.
But anyway, what are we going to diverge into today?
Come on, Tricks.
What are we going to diverge into? Go on, Trey.
So,
you take it from
everyone's
here.
been waiting for this one, I think. I'm going to go and divulge into a bit of dating, I think. First question is, you know, what does relationship mean to you? Like, what's your first thoughts with, like, a relationship?
Partnership. Why said cheeks? Tell him, man, relax.
Nah, I'm joking.
Relax, the thirsty ass nigga.
I'm joking. Relationship, yeah, like Josh said.
Partnership.
Yeah, it's
a
like,
ship.
I think from what I've gained from like what the term relationship is, you know, like I said, it is a partnership, you know, whether it's something that you go into with either with a girl or, you know, business relationships, there are all sorts of things that come together. But we'll talk about the aspect of, you know, dating. Yeah. So let's start off with that.
I do you know what? I'll give my kind of what I think a relationship is. As we touched up last week, it's about like you need to look at like leveling up and stuff and that, but like I feel like a relationship is a partnership. I feel like you should be with someone who you class as your best friend, someone that you're not afraid to bring into your circle. I don't think you should have separate lives, but at the same time you should have the same passion, what you want to do and do things. Like I want to take my wifey to the rave, but at the same time I want to take my wifey to the shard. You get me?
The shard.
I want her to drink water in the rave. Yeah.
Shout out to DB.
I want her to drink water at warehouse, and then I want her to drink the shambad, the champas in the shard. Then I want that one, the one that can laugh with the man them, and if I can leave around the man them, no one will savage my girl in it. That's the type of wifey, the one that only has eyes for me, and that's all I need in it. So
yeah, it's not always easy to find that one though.
It's not always easy.
Opposites attract, so you
It's
might
true.
find someone that you think is like compatible for you, but in reality they're only compatible for you in that instance. So it's when you and them are together, but then when you bring them into your circle, they're different, or they're shy and they're timid. Because like I know in our circle there's quite a few of us. Like we can bring girls into it, but like they're obviously going to be different when they're one-to-one with whoever their partner is in comparison to when they're with all of us as a group. Yeah. So it depends. But what Trey, when you said what was the question you asked? You said relationship, or did you say dating? Because to me those are two different things. Okay. I think a lot of people date. So to me dating's like a buffet. This is my analogy. Dating's like a buffet, and then sometimes you want to explore everything on the buffet. You know, you might want Chinese, you might want Indian.
We don't discriminate out here.
You might want Chinese with Indian, you might want Caribbean, you might want African, you never know, Spanish, little Italian, little pasta thing. You don't know. We never feed the baddest pasta, but sometimes we do. Anyway, like I was saying, let me not digress. Let me move back to the topic. Like I was saying, yeah, so it's like dating for me is like they call it, you're in a pool, you're in a pond, you're fishing for the right one, but you're exploring, and then through the exploration, that's when you then find like things that you like and find things that you don't like, and then that's when you then tailor your preference or what you may have gone into it thinking, oh, this is what I want, but really it's the complete opposite of what you want. So you might like someone who's 5'2" and they're into sports and X, Y, and Z, but then you're thinking, oh no, this girl is too much like me, so I need something that is completely different, and then that's where you find the middle balance. And then that's when you were talking about the relation. That's when the relationship comes into it.
Yeah. Would you say it's important to have a type?
I think so. So
Yeah.
don't let me just throw it out there because I'm not gonna say my type before.
Get some
Cover a
people
guy
mad
like,
out,
oh,
you know?
yeah, I know.
I'm not
I
gonna
used-
say anyway, but I feel
know
like some people already
Slide
some
through,
people
innit?
already know in it, but at the same time, like I don't discriminate. Is if what you catch
Melanin.
me in it, it's one of the. I'm not gonna lie, I like big Betty.
Big Matty girl, good evening. I don't know your chicken needs seasoning.
Yeah.
Shout out to Molly, man. Tell me
That chicken was dead, man. Oh
Chicken
my
was
god.
finished.
Wow.
was albino,
But,
man.
I like white things as well, though.
Wow, oh Trey, yeah. What's
One didn't even say the type.
Why said he just likes white things?
No.
But Josh didn't even say the
No,
type.
I didn't even say the time. I just said I like white things.
No. Wait, don't get it twisted, yeah. I like no. Don't get it twisted, yeah. I've dated girl
Man
from
likes a quiche,
Likes
man.
white things.
Alright, go. Chill. So, I've dated girls from all parts of the world, John.
So your preference?
A buffet.
What's the ice cream you get from KFC?
Neapolitan.
No, where you get from back in the day?
Neapolitan?
Was it? No.
Where it's
The-
strawberry vanilla
No,
chocolate?
just have vanilla. The one that you get from KFC when you get a family bucket.
You said it?
No, it's not that
Nah,
one.
I know which one. Ven begins with a V.
Vienna. Vienna.
Nah, no, Viennetta or something.
Viennetta ice cream.
Yeah.
Just have vanilla.
No.
Vanilla
Wait,
swirls.
for the record, yeah. Like, I've dated girls from all, like I said, I like all kinds, so I don't have a type,
Man,
but
CV.
I know what I like, do you know what I mean?
Alright, cool,
So, yeah.
white things. But we don't discriminate, man. He does. We actually don't discriminate, and I rate that. But it's just one of them. Like, why? If what am I gonna say now? If you look at someone that you have like a type with, and you feel like you can have a vibes, because I'm not gonna lie, in my head, I already know what my preference is, so I know at the end of the day, like, boom. If you met me back in the day, if you met me at like 18 to 20, it used to be like fake lips, big breast, white
Scouse girl look.
Scouse girl look, and I love
Essex
that.
girl look.
I love gal from Maidstone and Kent and all that. Loughton. Yes. You know the thing. You said that to young Josh. That was all I was going for, and then that man had the lighty face. It was like
That was a mad
curly hair,
Big curly hair.
Gold. It was golden. Like every guy was golden.
Like Jennifer M's hair.
Jennifer,
It was
yeah.
and then older me, so from maybe 23, 24 to now, it's like melanin. But like I've always had it in my head that my wife's gonna be, she's gonna be a Nubian queen in it. Man's gonna have my full black kids. We're gonna obviously I want to bring culture into my family in it because I want
that's
to keep
what I was
it
gonna say.
100% trill. And it was like it's kind of good because my ex, we kind of finished last year, and she was mixed race, but she had a lot of. It's mad because for someone being mixed race, she still wanted to be engulfed with like Nigerian culture or African culture, and I was like, you know what, yeah, that's kind of decent, that man, because you had that energy and that's what you had, and I was like, oh right, that's calm. But if you bring that kind of sauce, yo, we can eat panda jam on a Monday, taking unseasoned chicken on a
Gaucho
Wednesday,
on Tuesday.
Yeah, all that, man.
Why
that kind of flavour. These guys like
Tian said it in the song.
it's true, but preference changes with age, and I think preference also changes with your surrounding. Because me and Tez have been in situations as well when they're like, why don't black lads like black girls?
Yeah,
and
certain girls have said that to us.
I do say that quite a few times as well, and I think I don't think that's an issue right now. I think maybe when you was younger,
Yeah, when we were younger.
but when you grow out of it, not even grow out of it, especially when you was younger, I think there's not the generation below us now. There's more black and black integration.
Yeah.
But us growing up and our parents or maybe our brothers or sisters who are older, there was still that whole the whole poster gal back then was Pamela Anderson.
I knew you were going to say that. Carmen Electra, Pamela Anderson.
They were the cover gal, kind
Yeah.
of gal. But now, if you look at Instagram and you look at how it is, bro, I see Bria Miles on everything. I see like Jenna Fumes on a lot of stuff.
I think that's because...
I see
that's because,
Aisha Diaz every day.
That's what I used to do.
I actually do.
Everyone who's like kind of in the face of the media, whatever kind of media it is, they're kind of pushing this kind of avenue of where everyone who's like not, I don't want to use the word influencer, but everyone who's of influence has this certain kind of look. So they all look kind of racially ambiguous. So they look like they're mixed race, but they could be black, but they could be white with a tan at the same time. That's my angle, what I see. A lot of people, obviously Connor would know because he works with JD. Every model kind of has a similar kind of aesthetic that they have. Or even not just JD, if you looked at any other Pretty Little Thing or whatever, they all have this similar kind of aesthetic that they're pushing. So as you were saying about like you see it more in the media and stuff, I think that's the angle, and like everyone's trying to look a specific way. Like for me personally, I think Kim K, people slate Kim K or whatever, she's a genius. Like she's marketed herself in a way that makes every girl from a specific age and background want to look like her. Like they want to have that kind of body, they want to have the long dark hair.
But what I don't get is
lips, the eyes.
She had body when body, so it's not because she had body when body had body.
Yeah, before it was popular.
Yeah, but then for someone who had body, why did she change her body to make herself? Now her body just looks mad.
Yeah, it does look
Even
mad.
the sister, when I was seeing on Twitter where
The Chloe one.
and I said
That's
to everyone,
mad.
every time when people are like, I'm body, you would still beat. I don't actually care.
That's
Even though it
true.
looks mad, you still palm it. So you can't come and tell me like the body looks like an ant. If you've seen that in a dress, I guarantee you be like, yo, check the back. So don't come and start cussing.
The
Don't be
back is
slating her
mad.
because she's got a bit of a mad body.
Hello,
But
back.
it's a bit mad because they've done a mad thing, but they need to start thinking about, let me work on leg, because Kim used to be mad thick and then Kim now is like looking, it's a bit mad.
No, her body was in proportion.
Her
But
body was a
now
buffer.
I think because obviously in this age as well, like we were talking about, like girls, let me not just say to girls because man them do it too, but like everyone wants to look a certain way, so they get influence of whoever's popping and then they try and alter themselves. Like people go to Turkey to go and get hairlines or to go and get the teeth like the same colour as my jumper here. Like it's not natural for your teeth to be looking like cocaine white every
but
day.
It's aesthetic, innit? You
Yeah,
need to
exactly.
look good. You do things like people. So in the words of Slick Rick, he was. He said he was an ugly youth, but then money made him look better.
Like J Hus.
Yeah. So it was like they do things like aesthetically, like we don't have. So in terms of looks and in terms of getting gal, I class it as in 3 different ways. So you can either be good looking, you can either have some sort of sauce about you,
Yeah.
or you're a credible guy who's got P. They're the 3 ways to get gal. If you don't have A, B, or C, I
finished.
I feel
Done
for
out
you.
here.
Yeah.
I see. I'm not being mean, but I see people who don't have pizzazz getting in, getting into these long-term relationships, and they're the ones who look or who are actually more happy. Like I see people who've been in school now or in school, who you run classes like for us. I'm not even. No one's ugly. Everyone's good looking and not all right, but each person's preference different.
Yeah.
So to us, we're not good looking to a set amount of people.
Yeah.
And they're not good looking to us, but I would never say they're not ugly. They're just not our type.
Yeah.
But these guys now, who you feel like they're not as nice and socially don't feel that is nice, are the people who have been in relationships for 20, who get in relationships for 20, 25 years, no hassle, no problem,
But
but wait,
go on.
hold on. So they're the ones, but when you have a relationship where your girl's nice, you're nice, and you're getting attraction from the opposite sex every time you go out, that's where fuck ups happen, because you start thinking, should I level up my girl?
Yeah.
If this and this is
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that because it sounds kind of mean, but I don't mean it in how it's gonna come across. But because you know that this is the one for me, might not be able to get better, then I'm gonna stick and do my hardest to get this. Whereas if you know you can get you're attractive and you can get attention from all angles anywhere, you always try and play the field or test the water, because you might be thinking, oh, you know what? If I'm a 10, am I a 10 somewhere else? Let me try and get a 10 from somewhere else. And then that's where the problems come. Like if you get 2 paying people in a couple, that's where the whole like the whole problem comes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you say that's the main factor as to why most relationships or when people are dating just doesn't work? Or
Nah, not really. I think
What's it got to do? I got Nelly.
Yeah, no, because I was with it.
Spotting?
That's what
I seen it. And I was like,
no, my head was cold in it, so I was put on. What was the question? You saying is that the problem with relationships break
that's
down?
most of the issues why relationships just don't work, or
Nah, I think it depends on what's happening. Well, it depends on the situation of the two people in the relationship, but I think the majority, depending on your age as well, the majority of relationships that break down later on are probably to do with finance.
Okay.
Or
do you think it's money?
There's like a few. So
I think money is a big issue.
I think money's probably number one. The second one is boredom. You just get used to whatever is happening in that relationship or whoever you're with. And then the third one, it just generally might be two people who are on different paths.
Yeah.
Because like recently, Bugsy Malone, he split up with his girl, and he posted a whole like thing on IGTV because bare people were asking him like,
I've seen that one actually.
like yeah, they were like, basically he had a girlfriend
Yeah,
since he was like 17, and like he was talking about how he loved her and like they were gonna move in a house together and all that. Then like he posted a picture from his latest music video of him with like a girl, like some pen girl next to him, sat on the couch, and people were like, "Oh, you've just broke up with your girl. How can you be doing this?" So he came out and was explained it himself on a video, saying that like basically like she's come from a loving background and a loving family where everything that she knows is this direction, and I've never really had much, and everything I know is in this direction. And we're now at an age where I want to start a family and she wants to start a family, but we want to do it in two completely separate avenues, yeah. So then he was like, I love her and everything like that, but we're going separately.
So going to the 2 points that you mentioned just there with boredom and boredom and money, or just going on two different paths. So your babes, man, Cassie and Diddy, like, you know.
See, that's different. That's different. So you're talking about a different money, but you need to think my guy's a celebrity trainer anyway, so he's going to be getting P. But I'm talking about, don't reflect that as,
that's like elite status.
That's elite.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like, you can't class that. I'm talking about now as this.
He's just talking about like the everyday. Yeah.
When, especially now, I'm gonna break it down. If you have two people now, imagine you're with a girl, and your girl earns X amount of P. Say if your girl, say you're on 15 grand and your girl's on 35 grand. And your girl now is, okay, your girl can now afford to be going on mad trips, and she's like, come babe, let's do this. And you're like, no, I can't afford it. Boom, your girl goes on this trip. She does it. She's like, come babe, let's go on the trip. No, can't afford it. Boom, your girl's doing this. Your girl's telling you, yo, let's go for food, or I actually can't afford it. If your girl now is like, yo, I'm doing more things than my man, and I can carry my man, she will cut you from the equation.
Yeah, the power dynamic
switches, and that will happen. Diddy and Cassie, you can't put rich and rich, that don't count. But
and plus with those two, like Diddy's already got his kids and all that kind of thing. Cassie hasn't, so that was a different
one. From my perspective, obviously I know that they were dating for a long period of time, do you know what I mean?
Like nearly 10 years.
And then I thought to myself, like, she's not getting nothing out of it, do you know what I mean? Like, they're just together, do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm not, like, look at her now, she's having a kid now, or she had the kid?
What a great thing.
Get married and having
Cassie,
a kid.
what's her name? Fan?
Ventura or something?
No, the guy's called Fan or some shit.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Is Bushy or Pretty or some shit. But it's like either what, it's like, his name's an adjective, innit? So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but you need to think though, money dynamics, especially with relationships, if your girl's leveling up faster than you, there's some girl that would like to write, oh, yeah, I was with my man from the bottom. If you want to start doing shit and your man can't keep, I've seen it in a couple of circumstances. I've seen it with a couple of people. And I've called out on one guy and I was like, yo, your girl's going to leave you. And I could see it when your girl starts to.
Did you say it to him?
Nah, I knew it.
Oh, what you said? You said it to him?
Your girl's going to leave it. Yeah, I knew his girl was going to leave him. Like, when your girl starts doing 4 things in a year, and you can't even do one, then it's a mad thing.
I think I don't know. I think I know you were talking about
gymnastics and that.
When your girl starts doing more things than you, and then she's using her mandem to subsidize you into these equations, and you can't keep up, it's not gonna work. And there's set things that you can't, because you need to look at it now. we're not of an age that you could be doing. You're not 18. You're not 17. You can't be taking your girl Mackies. You can't be doing this.
That's
you can't be traveling to a little centre. When you get to 25, girls start thinking, I've been with my man for this amount of years. He's not doing nothing. He's not have got no career goals. He's not doing nothing. So we might as well cut him off, find someone else. I'll be a lot happier and I can start my family. And that happens. Like, they're not trapped. They don't have a kid. So you wake up X, Y, and Z. It's like girls think this. Like, boys always think that girls don't actually have someone to replace them. So I used to think back in the day. Yeah, they do. Yeah. I used to think back in the day that, like, I used to feel like I'm speaking to this bird. I know this bird ain't speaking to anyone else. But I'm still speaking to a lot of people. Then I actually deeped it and I was like, rah, you know, you're actually speaking to quite a few, man. Like, so then we just need to start thinking that us as a man or men, we feel entitled that as soon as we start speaking to one bird, they're automatically claimed. At the same time, it's a race. You need to be the first guy to be there and to be like, you know what, rah, I'm going to be serious, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Because I'm not going to lie, I've let a couple of ones go. And it's
tears rolling.
It's tears, man. It's tears, G. I let a couple of ones go, and it's one of them. Like, these men always joke like I'm catching wifeys or wives and stuff, and it's mad because I always get like ones that are hooked so quick, and I feel like, you know what, rah, that I'm just like, nah, this is not for me.
Yeah, because I feel like, well, I feel especially at this age, I think.
What old as fuck?
I'm not old as fuck.
Hey, what old, bro?
Prime age, baby.
Come on.
You're like, yeah, I think you start to have tunnel vision. That's what happens. So like you start dating someone, and then after like 5 dates, you start thinking, okay, can they do this for me? Can they do that for me? Can they do this for me? Whereas when you're a bit younger, you're probably thinking, oh, you're just gonna take it as it comes, go with the flow, have fun, introduce them to new things. But at this age, how much more new things can you be introduced to? So you start like thinking, okay, what if, okay, let's go on a holiday. You've only been together a month. Okay, then after 2 months, okay, let's do the X, Y, and Z. Let's go. Oh, okay, 6 months in, you're meeting the family. You're looking to move in and stuff. It's like, rah. When we were a few years younger, like things moved a bit slow, but now I think they can accelerate from 0 to 100 real quick. And then when it gets to like the stage of when you're looking for marriage and stuff, that's when I feel it becomes political. I don't even think that's a proper, that's a relationship, but then you got to look for certain things that then fit your political party. Obviously, it's not a real political party, but like you have, oh yeah, I need my girlfriend to be cultural, so tick. I need her to be earning this much, tick. I need her to have no kids, tick. I need her to, I don't know, speak whatever many languages because I do, tick. And then
you look for languages?
No, I'm just saying because like
speaking tongues in the bedroom and that.
Speaking tongues. Hello. I'm joking.
I don't know what that was yet. So this getting my shut me, you know.
Mad.
Nah. Anyway, back on track.
What's cool? It's coming like that Arabian night.
Oh, man, too. But yeah, anyway, like when we're segueing from that relationship thing, I wanted to bring up a topic. Did you see the McDonald's CEO?
Yeah.
Let me get his name up so I don't misquote his name. His name is Stephen Easterbrook.
Yeah, he was having a relationship with the employee.
Well, it said it was consensual relationship with an employee,
yeah.
but it was he was sacked.
Chips and gal in the workplace is the best thing.
So this is what I was leading to. This is what I was about to lead to. I was gonna say.
Go story rabbit.
This is what I was leading to. I was gonna say, because he's being fired, but he's a high-profile person in a high position.
Yeah.
Do you think you should move to gal in your workplace?
So basically, from his standpoint, it was in his contract. So
yeah, it was against breach of rules.
It was breach of his rules. So he knows that because he's actually chief exec.
Yeah.
So if it's in your contract, you shouldn't be moving that way, and you know this. Secondly, there's a power struggle, and I know I always joke about it all the time, but Me Too is a thing. So people have said that they feel pressured because he's at my power or he's my
But I'm
senior
not too
power.
sure whether he was the one who gave himself in or someone just found out.
Nah, someone found out.
Oh,
So
okay.
he resigned.
Oh, okay, because
So but someone found out. But then Me Too now with the whole. So a lot of companies are scared of Me Too because a lot of people say girls can get out a lot of things and be like, oh, I felt like compelled to do this because he's my superior and I'm just gonna get with him and it's dangerous.
Wow.
But at the same time, it's like so say if me and the girl were the same. So basically, if we were both entry levels, I'll be trying to get on everyone in my workplace. Work nights out, work parties, what you say, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Have every girl in the world.
Oh shit, Trey, relax. Trey's getting too excited.
I don't go in the workplace.
But yeah, but it's one of them like if you was both starting off and you both start off together and then boom, they get on each other, then cool. But I've been in a lot of workplaces where the work culture is you go to work, get with that person, and you stay with that person.
You settle
I'm
down
"Ras."
and then
Every workplace I've been in, there'd be couples in that workplace, and then people move in together in the workplace, and people don't know how to separate work
and life.
That's why I'm like, as soon as my time's up from work, I'm like, boom, I can't put 2 and 2 together. Obviously, you see a lot of people do, but it's not good. It's not healthy. But as I said, Me Too is now forcing companies to really act on it because then it can come back and bite the company in the back, like in the backside. Because you've heard the bare Christmas parties, like, yo, my manager tried it.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
It's one of them things because no one was asked back then. Yeah.
They actually are.
My manager, they do it.
They fancy whoever they're working with, and then they say, "Oh, I've had a few Jack Daniels," and I was just the Jack Daniels talking.
Any gal on site, man, they just
grab the quick breast like this.
I love to suck breast. Yeah, it's true. Man, do it. And you know what's funny? No offense to like us, man, or just men in general. Us, man. But sick guys. How am I gonna put it? 500 guys.
500 guys. Okay.
Or Ford Fiesta. We will distinguish Ford Fiesta.
Levels.
Yeah. Basically, when they have a drink, they move a bit mad.
Oh yeah.
So black man don't move that mad, but like they move mad. Because I've been in circumstances, where you see like, yo, especially when work nights out and they don't understand like, yo, you need to tone it down.
Yeah.
And then the proper grabby and touchy, and I've had like a girl tell me like, rah, I went out with work people and they were just moving mad and they felt like intimidated. And girls do feel intimidated by guys as well. It's like you can't be like every girl's gonna be sticking up for themselves. Like we are, at the end of the day, guys. If you can't say we're equal, but you can say that the power difference is.
Guys, do you
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's how society made it, though.
Yeah,
but I know some people take it too far, and some people use that as the excuse. But obviously, in the dynamics, it's normally the girl's the one who is. I'm going to use football analogy. The girl's the one who's on the transfer market, innit? And I'm Roman Abramovich, and man's looking for a new Eden Hazard. And I'm out there and I'm trying to slash the gas because I want an Eden Hazard, you get me? Because man wants to win the Premier League and have a couple of children and settle down.
Basically, I don't know how many people are going to get that, but basically you just said that's just a niche market.
Yes.
Basically,
let them research.
Man wanted to have, basically, he went to a shop, he wanted Kinder Bueno, but he saw Twix, then he saw Kinder Bueno White, then he was like, rah. Then he had Kinder Eggs. Boom. That's it.
And
that's it.
I had the cash to go for all, but I shopped around a little bit.
Man says Eden has it.
The Garden of Eden.
Fair dues, man. Fair
Explore
dues.
that.
Had to go and pick it up.
Yeah.
You get me?
Plus, guys as well. I'm saying from a guy's standpoint, but guys have a wandering eye. So I've always said to myself that as soon as I catch wifey in it, that I can never move my.
Yeah, but I don't think it's bad to have a wandering eye, though. I think it's your intentions, which leads on to the next point.
I don't know, because I see a lot of men do it, and I've seen, so from a personal background, I've seen how like my dad and my mum, and I've seen like the whole dynamics, and because I'm really close. So without my mum, I don't think I'll be the same Don I am today. But I've seen how that affected my mum, and I've always thought that if I ever get a wife, I wouldn't let my wife or my girlfriend ever feel that same way.
Yeah.
But some people see it as like, I'm just gonna fuck around with a girl.
No, I don't mean like take it to that extent. I mean, when I say the wonder and I mean like, I think it's still healthy for a man and a woman to know that other people find them attractive or they find other people attractive. Because once you start blocking off, and I've had it in the past where you start seeing someone and then the girl is acting as if she's the only girl in the universe that's alive. And she's like, oh, yeah, but I'm the best looking, all these kind of things. It's like, well, yeah, because I'm with you, but there's still other pen gal out there. Like, what do you want me, like, I'm not going to lie. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Rihanna comes past, like, you want me to now tell lies that she's ugly?
You'd be like, see you later.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I wouldn't leave her for it, but do you know what I'm saying? It's still healthy to look and be like, yeah, she's paying, yeah. And then just know. Yeah. And then for someone to look at you and they think, oh, he's paying. And you get that little bit of ego boost.
Appreciation.
Yeah, it's appreciation.
I remember when I went out and I took a thing out, and I met Tezza up, and the girl, basically, man was all liquored in it, and the girl turned around, and then this girl just come out of nowhere, and I didn't even say that many words. And she tried to neck me, and the girl seen it and just went mad.
Oh,
and I was like, oh shit. Shit. What happened? Man didn't even say shit. I was just looking like, raw. But it's happened, man. It happens quite a lot, especially when you go out. It's like, even there's been a couple of instances, man's waiting for the other one to go.
Joshua, you're meant to be showing us good guys, man. Black men don't cheat and all that.
No, we actually do not cheat.
Yeah,
and I'm not
society.
about cheating either, man. As soon as I get wife, girlfriend, I ain't gonna cheat.
I'm not about that either. But what I was saying is like the intention behind it. You can have a wandering eye, but if you don't act on that intention, then I think it's fine. Like, I'm still gonna look at Instagram. I'm still gonna flick through and still see the girls that I look at, kind of thing. I'm not saying that I do that on a madness anyway, but I'll still do that. Obviously, I'll understand there's boundaries and stuff, and I wouldn't expect if I had a girlfriend for her to then change completely and be completely opposed to what she normally does just because now she's with me, because it's not healthy really. You're meant to be in that, like you were saying before, a relationship is a partnership. It's not really, it's not one person dictating the other, and it's not one person trying to control the other one through how they feel that their partner should act. Yeah. Like a big thing that I always hear is like, you know, if you get a girl who you saw on a night out, you think she's sexy because of the way she dresses or the way she carries herself, and then you get in a relationship and she goes out, but you're in work, and then you see what she's looking at, and you're like, oh, shit! You're like, why is she wearing that? Don't wear that. Don't wear that.
I would never be that guy.
See, that's what I'm saying. But some people are. Some people are, because they're like, oh, nah. And then the girls' rebuttals normally. But that's the reason why you got me.
So I know we've obviously been talking about this a lot. I'll obviously try and bring it close. But why do you think it's hard for people just to state their intention straight away?
What do you mean?
So like,
so what they want from the jump?
Yeah. Because like, let's say you've come out of something, and then like you're speaking to somebody, and they're like, oh, I'm not looking to like, you know, date or nothing like that. Just want to just chill, see out where things go. Like,
what do you mean?
Is it really important?
I think what he's trying to say is like, if you start speaking to someone new,
so basically, yeah.
Why is it hard to?
I don't think you should speak to someone if you're gonna tell them I just want to chill.
No. So yeah. So let's say you see somebody, and you just want to beat. Yeah. Like, you just want to beat, yeah. Like, I know some people won't just say, oh, I want to beat. They'll just be like,
yeah, but if you said that to 85% of the gal, they're gonna be like, you're just another fuckboy, I'm not gonna move to. So as much as it may be slightly dishonest, but black men don't cheat, you've got to kind of like follow you play the game a little bit, because I can't, if I see a girl now and I know in my head I just want to take her home tonight kind of thing, if I lay that intention to her, she's just gonna think, nah.
Okay, so
depending on the girl,
what Tezza said and what you said, I don't know if you just want to beat,
you gotta move in a certain way.
No, not even in just a certain way, because it's happened to me. I don't know it's happened to you, and I know it's happened to you. But if that beat is that mad that girl suddenly wants you in your head. You're like, yo, I need to wipe this girl.
Yeah, nah,
When that beat is mad, yo, bro, nah, for real, like, you're like, boy, because I've seen it happen. I was doing all over the house. I was in the kitchen. No, not to skip the one. In the kitchen. In this shower. On my bed.
I remember when I watched that video, back on me phone.
Yo, that video was
raw. Sex all over the house.
What?
All over
I
the
think
house.
it's banned now on YouTube though.
It wasn't on YouTube.
Was it not on
You
YouTube?
have to watch it on some
Vimeo,
porn site,
innit?
or was it Vimeo?
Oh, was it? Oh, Vimeo, whatever.
I've had like a couple of my beats, and after the beat was like, yo, man, I'm like, yo.
Your perspective
I'm like,
changed.
I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm looking to wife you, but you've had. Imagine now you've gone out with a girl once, twice,
Yeah.
and you beat her, and the beat is dead. You're like, ah. You're like, it's a one-time deal for me, love.
Yeah.
Like the feelings. It's mad because the beat it
can go either way.
Yeah, whatever
yeah.
feelings you had, and if that beat's dead, it's actually done. It's finished, and it's one of them like. You got a couple ones lying down like Skeletor Part 2, like just
Lifeless.
It's lifeless, and it's like, come on, like I'm a creative guy. We're all creative. Like,
Man said do some Kama Sutra. Do some acrobatics in the
bro,
bedroom.
there needs to be some sort of flair, at least.
Gymnastics.
But
Never
like,
jump.
but like, I'm telling you, it's mad how much a beat can change someone's mindset.
Yo.
Because
That's true.
you could be like, you could have a 10-10, like 10-10, and if that beat's dead, you're just gonna be like, you know what, yeah,
It's not really for me.
But then I've spoke to a couple of gals as well when they're like, you know what, yeah, fuck it, like, especially when you start dating a guy, and they're like, I don't really give it out to the guy because I actually really like him. I'm gonna make him wait. But then
I don't understand that.
they don't
thing.
actually understand that. But then it's mad because it's not my boy. It's not even I can't class as my boy. Fucking
Associate.
it's not even associate. Just some kid.
Some guy you know.
Some kid I know.
Some kid I know.
Some youth.
And he was seeing this girl. She went on like a couple of dates with a man in it, and she didn't beat. And then I only found out like after the beat that she's like, oh yeah, I'm seeing the.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh, like you hollered me or not hollered me. You saw me out like what you doing. I was like, oh, do you want to come through and I beat? Then she was like, oh yeah, I've been on a couple of dates with so and so, and I think I like him, but you didn't beat. And I was like, bruh, but you beat me quick. And I was like, I don't get it. So then, but I spoke to a couple of girls, and they saying like they hold out the beat for the person they actually like, and then they just beat like someone like they don't really kind of feel nothing for.
To me, that
So I
doesn't
was like,
really
wow,
make.
cool.
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because, like, it's not as if you're giving out chocolate. It's having sex. It's like it's a bit deep. You can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna withhold this galaxy from this man because he's a good one, so I'm gonna make him wait. But the dairy milk, I'm just gonna hand out to these man because I can give up dairy milk easy. It doesn't really work like that. But I do understand the logic, but it doesn't really work. I feel like if you have a vibe, you vibe. If you connect with someone, then you connect with someone. Like you don't really need a time scale on it. Obviously, there's certain things that are a bit mad. Like you can be in a relationship for like 3 months and then you're thinking, I love this, like Love Island. I love you, Molly mate. Oh, Tommy, oh.
I rate them though. They actually, I think they're the only ones who are still together.
Yeah, I think they are.
It's legit, bro.
I think more are still with Thingy though. I still see them, but
Didn't see that dynamic working out though. But
Tommy and Molly, they both
no.
Oh, more and
the cat man.
Savage. What's my guy's name? The dancer.
Which
Chris?
one? Chris.
No, Curtis.
Curtis.
Oh.
Why did you both say Chris? Curtis, yeah,
With a
that's
C,
it.
man.
But yeah. But anyway, as we were moving on, because we were talking about flipping relationships and stuff, because I think you talked about, I forgot what point you made before. But
The 3 points about.
No, that was
me.
about like beating fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. So that was it. So then we're gonna move to like dishonesty versus intentions. Because like you were saying, you just said like certain gal may withheld doing something with someone because they really like them versus if they really versus if they don't really like them, they'll do it straight away. So how do you then determine someone's intention and why? Like, so if I said I like you a lot but I slept with you on the first date, how they're not gonna know my intention is.
I don't know what your intention is now, because I don't really. This is what I'm saying. For me, mine was a phase, so it was like I was looking to try and palm as many things as I could, or try and I had like a bucket list that I needed to get off of.
What's that bucket list?
Bucket list, man.
Big buckets.
Do you know what I was gonna actually? Do you know what I remember the other day, but I didn't want to throw us all in the deep end when we all lived together in Welby.
I lived there.
When we had the flipping the Premier League. Ballon d'Or.
The tier group.
Not even that. Not even that.
2016, 2019 Ballon d'Or winner Josh Harris.
This guy moving like
James
Messi.
2018.
All 2017.
Nah, for real. But that was back in the day when. I mean, you were gonna say back in the day.
It was back in the day. That was like 3-4 years ago.
But like, I kind of cooled it down like towards the end of last year. That I was like, fuck it, I need to get a wife. But I've been saying for time, like,
you've been saying this since the day, mate. You're not gonna lie.
I've been saying that I need a wife. But the thing is, I've had people there and I've got a wife. And
there, just, you know.
I just need kids. I need kids and a wife. I ain't gonna lie, man. Bro, I've done so much in life. I'm ready. Like,
I just need kids.
I just need kids, man. I need something to teach somebody, man. Like,
nah, man. I don't think any of us are actually ready for it. If it comes to it, we'll adapt to it. But I don't think any of us are ready for it. I think at the minute we're still living our best lives to a certain extent.
I live. Do you know what was funny? I was telling people at work how I judged how when we was in uni, and I ended up getting with I don't even say the name, but
just like make a fake name but rhyme it or something
in the library.
Oh yeah.
Bro, dude, looking at me like, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Bro, I was trying to tell them like Drawers and Gal in MMU library was sick. Like, yo, like when it was you don't like. I was trying to tell them now. You man don't actually understand yet. For me in uni. November, December, and then March, April, May was like that was the best place to get girl, because library now first or fifth floor.
Oh, it's because everyone was in there studying for
and
exams.
You're seeing things you've never seen before. And then I was this story is actually so funny because it's actually one of the best achievements. Not the best achievements. I walked to the girl like 20 minutes of each other. That was in first year.
Jeez.
That was.
Oh
yeah. It was mad, but like it was mad because
BTB.
But actually back to back. But it's actually sick because what happened now, this is when I was doing all-nighters in the library, and I was telling them work and they were looking at me like, I don't believe this guy. Like, so it was like 3 o'clock in the night, and I was in the library and I was on the second floor, and the fire alarm went off, and everyone got like evacuated to the library. So I go down now, so there's a couple of people on my floor, and I see this girl. I'm like, oh, yo, what's happening? She starts speaking. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just preparing for the exam. She's like, oh, I'm preparing for the exam as well. So cool. So I was like, alright, you know what, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. She's like, alright, cool. Then I must have took the stairs and she took the elevator when you're going into the library. So then she got to my table now and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit with you. I was like, alright, cool. So then she went to get her stuff and she was wearing, you know, them Adidas jogger bottoms.
Yeah, like see-through.
Bro, she got back as well. So mum was like, oi. Like, oi. So then she come over now. And you man know who I am, innit? But I was like, yo, you got back, innit? She's like, oh. I was like, oh, I love what you wear. So I was like, okay. So then no work happened. And mum was like, I'm stressed, you know.
These bars, man.
I was like, I'm stressed, you know. She looked at me, she's like, oh, I'm quite stressed too. It's like, oh, It sounds like a proper 80s porno. I was like, wait, yeah, do you want a stress relief? And she looked at me. And then she gave me the smile. I was like, yo. It's like, wait, this toilet's there. She's like, come. Then I was like, come then. We went, and then I brought her back to the gaff. Then boom. Just boom, boom. I was like, holy shit. Hey, it was actually mad, man. It was actually wild. But yo, them ones, uni was the best place to draw, girl. Library. Any uni students that listen to this, yeah. I want to go back to uni for one more year. Because the uni students look completely different now. They look different.
They're older and they look
Everyone
more mature.
Everyone was wearing these dead denim shorts and white pumps.
Everyone comes in Yeezys and swaggy glasses
Swagged
and
out.
all stuff like that.
Just. Nah, uni was.
But anyway, yeah, like as we were saying about the dating thing, there's another point that I wanted to bring up. Like basically, there's some people who date for meaning and there's some people who date just for fun. When I say meaning and fun, I mean like there's a purpose behind it, or you can just do it for the sake of doing it. Because basically, I think I can't remember what I think I saw it on Twitter. Someone tweeted something like, if you date for marriage, then you're gonna be very disappointed. Like you should just date and just see how it goes and how things happen and develop. Then that's when you learn and that's when you adapt. Which I think is a very good point, because if you try and date for marriage, which I'm not saying that I do that, because man ain't looking to get married anytime soon, but like I feel like when I look at certain girls, it just naturally happens. You kind of categorize which way it's gonna go after like speaking to them for like not even that long. Like you may think, oh, you know what, this one could be a potential wifey, so I'm gonna act like this. This one might just be a one night thing. I'm gonna be like this, or this one might be, I don't know, just a mystery box.
Nah, for real.
Have you ever like categorized like what also when you're speaking you think, oh, you know, this could be potential wifey, or you know, you're just gonna see how this one goes, but then you just thought like afterwards like, oh no, actually no, I've changed my mind. Like
I look at everything as everything that I speak to on that kind of basis, I look at as a potential. Because right now, or that's what I'm saying, for the past year or so, I look at them as like, I ain't really looking to speak to them as a fuck. If I do fuck and it happens, I kind of know who's a fuck. I kind of know that I know I'm just going to beat on another. Yeah. But everyone that I'm making the effort to be like, what you doing? If I speak to you like on a regular, or what you doing, or let's do something, I'm not just doing it to just, I'm actually want to try and spend time with somebody. Yeah, I'm you should not want to. What's the point wasting time with someone that you don't want to be with? So I always look at it like, now that every time I look at like, there's so much I can do with you, man. I'm tired. We started a podcast to get shit. Even more time with you, man.
No, I get what you mean, because sometimes you just need that little man, that attention, or that someone to talk to who isn't one of your man them.
Yeah.
One of parts of the group. You need that.
And plus we're getting too old, man. Like
old for what?
I generally feel like we're getting too old to fuck about, to be honest, man.
No, but it depends though, because you at this age we're still building towards careers and looking for like
something to focus, like your direction to, you know what I mean?
Direction to focus on. So as that happens, there's no real need to really think like, oh, I need to find someone to be on that journey, because we're building it, and then when we're near the top, that's when you bring someone in. Like, let us do what we need to do in terms of whether it's job, house, etc., and then you bring someone else in towards it, man. Like, you don't need, well, me personally, I don't need someone there to be with me along the whole journey.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
I don't have the time.
But if somebody's sort of, you're with them at the time, but then they're not, I wouldn't say contributing to your journey, but it's kind of a distraction from the path that you're sort of going towards.
Yeah.
I think I just have to cut them off, bro.
You have to.
Yeah, as I said, like,
unless they're a sweet one.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Nah, when I say sweet one, I mean one that you know that, okay, they may be distracting me now, but in the long run, if like it could potentially,
I don't know,
come to, but it depends.
Don't know.
I don't know, man.
Depends.
What you term as a sweet one? As
white plantain.
Like as a badders.
Yeah.
Hi, I don't know, you know.
But bad is, but like they have something to contribute, or not just their paying. Like, so basically, like they may be ahead of you right now, but you're trying to go in your route.
But there's not that many gal that are ahead of me, so I don't know. No, for real. There's not many gal that are ahead of me, so I can't really say. Like, at the end of the day, I know if I don't work or I do work, I still got a good revenue source to be still doing. Like that period when I didn't do nothing, I still enjoy the life, to be honest. So, you know.
LFTS.
So it's still one of them, like, I don't think...
But when I say ahead of you, it doesn't have to just mean financially. It can be where you want to be.
You mean like in different stages of life?
Yeah. So it doesn't not just like because
yeah.
she's got more P. Because like some people, especially how it's like push for girls, they're normally the ones who are pushed to settle down quicker.
Because of body clock and
all that kind of stuff.
But I'm looking to settle down. So...
But are you really though?
Nah, 100%.
This guy's been saying it.
What, really?
Yo, I've been saying this for 5 years.
Yeah, no, we said it before, but then...
Bro, if
I don't know, because you've been saying it for 5 years though.
If I found the right one, I could have been finding out kids at the age of 21. I don't give a fuck. Like, I actually would have found kids and start living out my life with my wife. Like, been saying this for time.
No, you have actually been saying it for time.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I 100%. That obviously, I feel like it would have made me sit up in different areas and be like, I need to mature now a bit more. But I've never had that, so I haven't really needed to mature. But I feel like in terms of like trying to find a wife, get married and have kids.
When will you marry?
Yeah. I think I'm ready for that, man. I'm ready for you, man, to wear traditional to my wedding.
I can't wait to wear.
Sure, I've started wedding songs.
Suck it.
I've started the list of wedding songs and stuff, but for me, it's a long time away, man. I'm here to just.
These man knows, man. I'm gonna get a DJ at my wedding. I've been saying this
since
first
I know you have been.
Get a proper coolie on the thing, man.
Gonna get Salado DJ.
Get 200 pills, and then you know how much 200 pills would be cheaper than liquor?
Yo, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Everyone's drink.
Man,
you know how boys would be.
Talking about polos.
This is the sickest night tomorrow.
You know what's funny, yeah? Like, I think with our boys, yeah. If we did get to like the married stage or whatever, then parties would go off.
Nah, we'd be lit.
Yo, my party.
Our kids will be like, yo,
sick.
My wedding party. My wedding party would be fucking popping. Like, it would just be. I won't be charging man £5 for water. The water's free. The water's free. You want
to guest list?
Guest list VIP. Guest list, man.
VIP entry.
It'll be fucking popping.
Nah,
that's it's mad because these are the things that I like look forward to, you know. Like, these are the things that I can't wait to have. I can't wait to go get like my first house. I can't wait to have my first wife and my first dance with my wife.
I thought you wanted to get a players mansion.
Yeah, with all of us. Yeah, I can't wait for us to
players
get that
mansion.
Right, that would have been year one of uni, but
do you know what? I was watching something today. I was watching a bit of the 90s Baby podcast, and one of the guys who was on it, he was saying like you should be around like-minded people who are gonna push you in your own in a similar direction. And then he was talking about it. He was like, if you're in a group and like three of you, like say there's 3 or 4 of us, or maybe even more than 3 or 4 of you, you should all put money together and push that for a bigger goal. So you're saying like if there's 10 of you and you all got $1,000, that's 10 grand, and then.
What?
So if there's 10 of you together, so there's
you all put $1,000.
You all put in $1,000, and that's 10 grand, and then you come up with some kind of overall goal, because he's saying like, when you're really pushed for something, you'll actually realize you can survive without that. But then with that money that you've all created, you created your own little.
But I'd rather go into if you're saying all of us put money in and do that, I'd rather do it as a 2. So I can't be splitting money 10 ways. Because
it's not so much splitting it, you all putting an equal amount.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're putting an equal amount in, and you're looking to invest that money into something.
But
the money that you get back from imagine 10 man buying a house. House rent is fucking. It's not. It's between 2 people catching. Maybe if you got a house, say you buy a 4-bedroom house and you want to turn into student accommodation, that is 3,000 each. So that is 12 grand in total. So you need to pay fees, you need to pay bills, you need to pay. I think the taxing for students is different as well. So say you're left with 9 grand, split 9 grand between 10 man. That's 900. That is jag. I'd rather do it with 2 man and split that, and that's 4 bags.
Yeah. Well, when he initially mentioned it, he didn't actually say. I've just said 1 grand. He did mention more money, so it was more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like I've just said 1 grand because you got to start somewhere that's attainable. But when he was talking, there was only 3 of them. But he was saying like, okay, the first time we put money in, it'd be like 3 grand. So that's 3, 6, 9. Then we just put in whatever you can afford month by month. Then at the end of the year, like you create a list of ideas of stuff, and then you push that money towards something.
But what you're saying there, so I know it is. So Nigerians call it osusu. And basically, my mum's been doing it since before I was born. And I know Nigerians do it now. So my mum, my aunties, my stepmom, they all do it. And they throw in maybe... I don't know why. I don't know if I should say this because this is...
No, you don't need to say the amount, but I know what you mean. They do it in other communities where you have like a... It's like a communal bank.
Yeah,
and you all throw in a specific amount, and then you
all get so they collect terms. So then my mum could walk away with quite a bit of money, and then mine to get quite a bit of money each month. So then it's like someone's term 1 month, someone's term. So there's 2 different ones. There's weekly and there's monthly. So there's people who chip in weekly, and then they take, and there's people who chip in monthly, and they will take. So that's how I know us, and it's always been a staple in my household because it's helped out sometimes where money's come through and it's a big lump sum, and then when you know it's your turn, it does well. So I think that's quite good, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you man want to do it, let's do it. Fuck yeah.
Well, I'd have to think of an idea though. Depends what idea we're looking to invest into, but
not invest into,
but I mean,
I couldn't invest 10 ways with the man them though.
It doesn't have to literally
I couldn't
be
do
10.
that.
Well, it could be 10 of his where you split it and do like 2s or 4s or whatever. But yeah, obviously, doing it with 10 people, that's a bit much unless you're putting in like a substantial amount of money to all share. But anyway, what were we talking about before that? We were talking about the relationship path, and we were talking about wife and the wife. I don't know about you, man. I'm chilling. I'm easy going, me.
Just know this is the guy who went on first dates talking about chilling. You went on a show looking for love. He's choking on his seat. She's so funny. If they come in it, but don't come to me at the age of 35. But I wanna settle down ASAP. Rocky.
ASAP though.
ASAP, man. I'm old.
No, you're not old though.
I'm old.
You're not old.
I think I've lived a sweet life.
Yeah,
like,
I think
I've lived active. Like, so then I feel like I've got everything. I don't really even like partying as much as you used to.
Nah, it's dead. It's
really
not dead, but it's not. The novelties won't worn off. You only do
even
it now
speaking to gal in rotation right now is hard.
What's up right now? What I was talking about is intent.
Unfollowed now.
It's
What I was talking about is intentions.
Speaking to gal right now is long.
Yeah,
it's actually long now because it's just you're tired, and then you try to fit them in with your schedule.
Yeah,
you need to fit them in with your schedule. Then you know you have your go-tos, and you know you've got your mains.
Go-tos.
But it's just long because you don't.
Starting five.
Yeah. And then you end up start speaking to people that you used to speak to back then.
Yeah, it goes in a cycle.
It's in a cycle that the old ones come back and they.
I feel like that just happens naturally, and that it just sparks your interest again, just for the sake of it. It's not really like.
Old ones come back and they be like, I miss you, and you're like, I actually miss you too. And there's a couple of old ones that I feel like, you know what, yeah, maybe my path is with you. You just don't know these things. I
think that as well, but I feel like you'll get a sign and it will fall into place.
Yeah.
Kind of. Obviously, you still got to act on it and push it, but I feel like you'll get a sign, and then once you get that sign, that signal, the green light, go. Lewis Hamilton in the lane. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking man, all this relationship talk is making me start singing
let's move
Bryson
on.
Tiller. Oh, you're gonna me try. Hey, what kind of remix is that?
Sorry, I had the air squash in my mouth, bro.
Hey, I cried my
Running me
last
dry.
teardrop.
Hey.
Oh,
That
Bryson
was
Tiller.
good times, bro.
trust me, man.
Times.
With the Bryson
Bryson Tiller. Yo,
Brilliant,
but
see?
there's a thing that so shout out to my boy Hadi. And basically, Hadi's actually, do you know what? Hadi's actually the fifth member that you don't see because he always sends me stuff and topics and stuff. But basically, we was talking today about
Josh
T.I.
is saying he's got a ghostwriter there.
Yeah, I gotta Yo,
All
you
them
wanna-
bars.
So basically, T.I.'s got a daughter and he takes his daughter. Wait. So basically, his daughter's either 16 or 18, and he's been taking her to the doctors for a couple of years now to check her hymen. So her hymen is basically girls know. So once you have sex, your hymen breaks. So that's how you know if you're not a virgin or not. So then me and Hadi were talking about it, and we was like, oh, that's actually mad. Like, that is actually a Mazzelina because, first of all, yeah, I don't know if I could be taking my daughter. That's, first of all, that's morally wrong. It's a bit weird.
It's weird, yeah.
It's
I don't know about saying.
weird.
Do you reckon he's doing it to like protect her or what?
And now he's trying to check if she's a virgin or not. But you
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah,
it.
I obviously can't be doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with it. Do you know what I mean?
don't agree
But
with it either. Like, that's a tricky one because, first of all, she's 16 now. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Yeah.
And do you know how even more embarrassing is that your dad's talked about it?
But do you know, it's not so much that it's morally wrong. I think you need to know his intentions behind it. If you know his intentions behind it, then maybe you can not so much accept it, but then you can understand why, the reasoning behind why he's doing what he wants to do. But I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Like,
No.
is the mum? I don't know whether he's with the mum or whatever. But if she
I
knew,
think he's still with the mum.
is she
Yeah,
like if she knew like what the hell? Why is the dad taking her?
yeah.
Like, why isn't it not even the mum taking her?
Mum
Kind
probably
of
just
thing.
thinking, what's going
It's a bit
on?
mad.
That is mad. I think it's crazy, to be honest. But again, it's his daughter, innit? So
Yeah, but even still, daughter or no daughter, you just can't do
no,
stuff
what
like
I'm saying, it's not my business. It's his daughter. Like, if he wants to do that and he rules his house, then he does it. She lives under his rules, innit? But I think it's a bit weird, man. I ain't
that.
looking
I
to.
think it's hella weird.
I'd rather, if anything, you'd rather have a conversation and teach your child about the dangers and the upsides and downsides
Yo,
and the emotional.
but that's kind of funny because, so, obviously, you, man, how did your parents tell you about sex education and stuff? Because I remember when my mum told me about it, and it was, so, my first ever, like, thing about sex was, I actually remember it was like, 2001.
I was like 2001.
It was like 2001. Yeah, it was like 2001, 2002.
Should have been like
Seven?
Yeah, so this is actually quite funny. It's like
Or eight.
2001, 2002.
Our school's mad,
I was
man.
watching James Bond. And you know when James Bond comes on with them sex scenes in it?
Yeah.
So man got a little thing. And my mum was like, huh? I was like, huh? Like, did it all come from? That was the first, I can remember, that was the first proper, like, fully, like,
The acknowledgement.
yeah, I'm like, so my mum had to give me, like, this conversation. It was a bit weird, because she used to call it tickly. It's actually so funny. And my mum was so funny with it as well. And then she's just like, oh, she's like, she said something, and then she's like, oh, yeah, this is just natural for men and women.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then she was like, oh, cool. Then if shit like that used to come on TV, the speed she used to change it over before any like anything happened again.
I don't think I'd ever had like a specific chat, but I remember certain points, just like my mum or my dad, or not both of them ever, it was always either one or the other. They'd just come up with some kind of comment that maybe just my head spin like, what the fuck? Like, I remember one time I must have been, it's before I went to uni, so maybe I was like 16. You know the movie Friends with Benefits?
Yeah.
I must have been like 16, 17. What was it older? I can't remember when it came out. I think it came out in like 2013 or something. Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. So I'm sitting there watching it. So my dad comes and sits next to me and he's watching it with me. Then he's like, oh, what's the name of this movie? And I'm like, it's called Friends with Benefits. Then he's just looking and we're just watching. Damn, in my head, I'm thinking shit. Then he's like, Friends with Benefits. He's like, oh. He's like, you know.
When I was your age.
He's like, you know, there's a lot of people your age. They like to get involved in this Friends with Benefits thing. I was thinking, my head, I'm just thinking, don't ask any question. I'm just still watching it in silence.
It's so funny because it films that prompt these conversations.
It is.
Madness.
I remember there's another time, I think, I remember it was in year 7. I distinctly remember this because I start year 7. Obviously, your parents check what you're learning and stuff. And we're learning about sex education in year 7. Then my mum was just looking through my like science book and that, and then she was like looking at, because I had to like illustrate the body parts and label them and all that. And my mum was like, "Is this what you?" I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Is this what you learn in school?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Even the women's parts?" I'm like, "Yeah, they got to teach us this." And then she's like, she didn't really say much more on it, but like, I don't know, maybe when she went to school she didn't learn it or whatever, but she was like flabbergasted. Then I remember one time, the first time when I said to my dad, "Oh yeah, I've got a girlfriend, by the way," kind of thing. He didn't really tell me anything, but in his own words were, "Don't do anything silly."
Yeah.
That was it. It just translated.
Your mum and dad sound so nice. My mum was like,
they've had obviously little, but
the way my mum used to be like, "Don't bring me no children."
Basically, that's what he said.
But it was like, "Don't bring me no children. Don't bring me no children." And it's peak because, so my mum works on Monday. Basically, my mum works Monday to Saturday, and I know the shift patterns on rotation. And I must have been 17 at the time, and I brought a girl back. And no, I didn't even bring her back. I brought a girl over, but I knew my mum doesn't come back home till about 6:30, 7. But my mum come back home early, and then she caught me, or she caught the girl in the gaff. But by this time, the girl was just chilling, and my mum was hella rude, like.
Wow.
What you doing in the house? Like, what you have business here? It was kind of peak. So after the girl left, my mum was like, "If you dare bring me any grandchildren, if you ever do this, if you ever do that, you're going back to Nigeria standardly."
Wow.
The day I turned 21, it was like, "Yo, where are these grandchildren? I need to be a grandmother now. I was like,
You're like,
the woman who was like, telling me not to get into it, but yeah, she used to be proper ferocious with it back then."
That's mad. I don't really remember much of like sex education in school, nothing like that. Either I just wasn't in or just didn't pay no attention. So whenever obviously you're watching like just like films or TV shows and sex scene comes on, mum used to always look at me, and I could always tell she was looking at me, but I didn't make eye contact with her. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought if I made that eye contact, she's thinking, what am I thinking? Do you know what I mean? Now, I remember, sort of similar to your story just then, very rare that I've brought a girl back to my house. Like, I've either been in a relationship with them, or like they're just a family friend, do you know what I mean? So they just come round, you know, my mum, know my dad and all that. And I was speaking to this one girl one time, and I just brought her like back to mine. We were just chilling or whatever. And then a few things popped off, and I was like, did not expect this. I looked at the time and I thought, right, it's 3:30. Mum finishes work at 5 o'clock. If she's working close by, she'll get home at 5:30. You know,
Man, the Google Maps logistics.
No, because my mum used to work in the dental place by my house, but because the dental practice has moved, she works in different places. The one by the docks, innit? Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, I was like, it'll either be 5:30, or she'll come back just after 6, or she does like the weekly shop or whatever. So I think the time was like 3 or 3:30, and things had started. And in my head, I was like, I don't really want to do this. I like it, I want to do it, but I don't think right now is the time to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, must have been peer pressure. The girl must have stuck it on me, bro. So I just thought, you know what? Let's go, innit? Bro, I was backing off my socks, yeah, and then I heard the front door close. I'm like, did I just hear something? The way I grabbed all my clothes and ran to the door, I was like, hello, mum, you okay? She was like, you alright? You out of breath? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I've just got like a work friend over, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, I hope this girl's getting changed or whatever. Bro, my mum went straight to the living room. She usually goes straight upstairs. And I thought, Jesus Christ. She walked in, the girl sat there and went, oh, hello, you alright? And I thought, oh my God, please just go. Anyways, she left. My mum comes back into the living room and I'm just sitting there, yeah. And she goes, do you not want to walk her out? And I was like, nah. And then she's like, who was that? And I was like, just some girl from work. She goes, oh, I know all the girls from your work. Like, I've never seen her before. And I was like, yeah, she's new. And she was like, oh, all right. Do you want to tell me something? And I was just like, Mum, before you say anything, nothing happened. I proper flapped at you. and then she was like, you are of the age where I do understand that you can, do these things.
You might have some nice parents, man.
Wait. You can't do these things. And you know what she said, yeah? Just make sure you use protection. The way my heart was like this, yeah?
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I thought, wow, my mum's actually sick, If it was my dad that found me, finished. Oh my
But I feel
God.
like parents, they need to understand,
My
obviously.
mum was harsh.
Now, when you get to a certain age, you need to get to... Obviously, you can't just be bringing anybody willy-nilly back, just boom, like in and out like slot machine kind of thing. You can't be doing that, but I feel like they need to understand to a certain point, because we're of age, we could actually have kids.
Yeah.
You could have kids, you could be married right now.
Fucking harsh. It was actually so hot. I'm actually really pissed off because you have some nice parents. I remember my mum locked me in the house one time, innit? I had to open the back window and climb out. I was trying. My mum was so harsh, man. Like, fuck. Yo, it's actually a bit mad.
Just reminiscing now.
I'm actually reminiscing. My mum was hella harsh. And the worst is, sneaking gal back to the gaff was hectic back then.
Yeah.
It's even still hectic now. Like, to get them in, it was hectic. Oh man, I made someone stay on my porch for time. It was after the night out. I brought them back and the living room light was still on. It's like, you need to still stay there, man. This is so you need to wait.
The light goes
You need to wait. Man.
Yo, she was the beat, bro.
Yo, my mum was hard.
Wow.
Back then, boy, it was like fire in the mountain. Like, it was actually serious.
Wow.
But another thing is actually mad because I was thinking about this yesterday and fucking, because yesterday was bonfire night.
Yeah.
So basically, we're all from different areas, but I'm from Toxteth, and Toxteth for me growing up was fucking fun. Like, I loved my area so much because things were popping, and it's not even popping now. But between 2004 to 2009, what I mean, it was like Afghanistan. Especially with fireworks. Do you know how many times, when it was the period between bonfire Halloween to bonfire nights where you can get fireworks.
Yeah.
Bro, every kid my age.
Setting them off.
Bro, from Lodgy to Coulter to Tiber to my area to Kingsley, it was like a war zone. Like, them repeaters you get?
Yeah.
Man, people were shooting 8-piece repeaters like it was guns. Just bro, I used to come home from school, put on my jacket, go and buy fireworks. Man, get them repeaters, start shooting them, and then get rockets, break the stick and throw them like grenades. That was like, it was actually modern warfare. And but you know what's mad? Not many when I used to tell these people, that's how you know you're from ends. Yeah. Because no other areas do that, because that was so sick.
I never had no fireworks.
And I don't see people doing firework fights no more, man.
Yesterday, bro.
Is this in Toxteth? Oh, see, this is only in ends. This only happens in Toxteth, and it was sick.
I saw a video. No, I've seen a video.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think it's the same one.
No.
Bro, is this in Liverpool?
Yeah, this is Liverpool.
Yeah, I saw one today.
Bro, it only happens in ends. I used to love it. Do you know what? There was a time now that we was having firework fights and we were shooting repeaters, and then next minute someone broke a rocket and threw it, and it went and it hit the wall. And then next minute, see my boy and he's ran, and I look and the firework just starts spinning around.
Wow.
And I had like this Scotch jacket and it was reversible. When I mean, it burnt the whole right arm with the Scotch jacket. If I didn't have that puffer jacket, my whole arm would have been finished.
Wow.
But it was so exciting. Like,
So
it was
exciting.
actually so exciting. Do you know how many times I've been hit with repeaters in the face or on the chest?
Wow.
Like, it was actually, back then,
Man's
was-
coming like
you know when people say, like, don't play with fireworks?
Yeah.
Play with fireworks. Oh, no. Like,
disclaimer.
man, get a
Those are
team,
thoughts
get a
of
team
Josh
together.
Oreo and
Josh Oreo.
Get a team together, put repeaters
That's why it's
in your
called
back.
Josh Risk
Risk-
It All.
No, my insurance policy don't cover that no more.
Josh Risk
It's just Josh lifts now. I told you, I've been risking too much.
Then
Man.
if you used to go chill and wave to you when like the fireworks used to go off like back in the day, or
By the,
No, no.
by
The
the
mystery?
mystery. Yeah.
I think I told you this. Was it RDS or before? I can't remember. And I used to play obviously tennis back in the day, and I was just walking through the park just to go to get the 79 back home, and I just see this rocket just shooting. The way I was running with my big orange bag, yeah. Oh, fuck this, bro.
I was running like Naruto.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't live in Toxteth, but
Nah, toxic. So and then when it snows, you go to Camp Hill.
Camp Hill, yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that bunk off school. Used to go Mackey's and Jack Trays.
Yeah,
And slide
and then
down the
slide
hill on
down.
trays. I remember I went one time, and these kids, they got a bin, a wheelie bin, and
The lid
trolleys.
off it?
No, the whole
Oh,
bin and
oh.
trolleys. Yeah, the lid off it to slide
Yeah,
on it,
yeah, yeah.
and trolleys though. And they put two people in the trolley, one in the front, one in the back. And you're going down a steep hill like this, and they're pushing each other, and it's not a smooth surface, and it's like
Yeah, because of ice and that.
yeah, the way this guy hit the trolley wheel hit the front of the
way.
snow. Guy did triple backflips in the air, man. I don't know whether I think he was okay afterwards, but the way the trolley went over his head, his heels were in the air, the trolley was over his head, it was
Wow.
just flying down the thing.
Do you know when you do something like that and you actually hate yourself and you get up and you're trying to firm it?
Yeah.
Oh, that must hurt.
Nah,
Yo,
it
back
was-
then growing up was so live as well because it just had so much shit. Like I never left my area. Like, and we used to play football Monday to Sunday, 5-hour long games. Like, yo, area football is the most competitive game of football ever. Like, it's a different kind of techers as well, but it's just no one left. And, and it's so sick because all we used to just do, especially when we was young, all we used to do is play football, go town, Jack from Claire's Accessories, get your earrings, from Claire's Accessories, steal them.
Oh my
I went
god!
past
Yo,
this.
you know that's true.
No, I know, Seth.
I went past
Everyone
this.
stole their earrings from
People in my
Claire's
school used to do
Accessories.
that, man.
Leave Claire's Accessories.
Get fake one, the
Yeah.
magnets.
Yeah. Oh, wait, them days were sick, man. Fuck it all.
Oh,
I
man, I
know.
all that, man.
Yeah, no one does that. And everyone wore Ed Hardy.
Yeah,
Ed Hardy for
it's an
days.
Ed
man.
Hardy party.
I haven't seen it. I don't even know if Ed Hardy's still going.
I don't think anyone rocks Ed Hardy anymore.
Someone
And
spoke
is it
that echo.
Maharishi?
Maharishi.
Maharishi.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Them big dragons.
Oh, laddie.
Yeah.
Got the Maharishi. Maharishi got
And,
combat lad.
And then
The 95 kid lad.
Adidas, Adidas PTs.
Yeah.
that was
the
Scousman.
PTs one,
That
yeah.
was
With
Scousman
all the
swag
dots
to
at the
it.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mum wouldn't let me wear them.
Yo, that
PTs
is
on
it's,
110s.
it's mad how swag's changed as well, man.
Lowy Alpine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lowy's one.
I did video proper sick. If I look at them now, fucking shit.
Nah,
Nah,
they-
it's
I
not
saw
that
someone wearing one the other day, you know. I was like,
Maharishi?
no, a Lowy.
Yeah.
Didn't you have
Like this. But you know where they goes up like that?
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, I haven't
Didn't
seen
you used to have
in
one of them
years.
coats, bro?
Rich coats.
Them, what's it called? Location? Is that location?
Nah, wait,
Oh, with the nah, that was too much.
That's too low for
That
me,
was
man.
too much.
Bro,
Yeah,
London man still rock that.
yeah.
Yeah, they rock it like it's a
Mad
thing.
It was before Stone Island.
Yeah.
Stone
Yeah, it
Island.
was before
Stone
Stone
Island
Island.
have them
stuff.
now, don't they? As well.
Did he?
I think they've got a similar type. But anyway, guys, I think we spoke a lot there. Spoke about
Are we done?
relationship.
We're done.
Winding up, yeah.
Well, I think we got like 10 more minutes, I
Yeah,
think.
I've prepared a quick another
cool.
this or
You got something
that
as
if
well?
you want to do, or
Nah,
you
I
want to do
didn't
something.
Didn't do one. Okay, go on.
I'll do this and that. Bat your breast. Okay, which one bat your breast? I said bat your breast.
I'm a breast
No,
man,
bat
but
your
I rate
breast.
asses.
Batty. Okay,
okay, I'll think of
let me do it seriously.
Yeah,
'Cause this guy's gonna come up with dumb stuff.
Simpsons or Futurama?
Futurama, actually.
man.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
No, chips or French fries?
They're the same
What?
thing.
You know, it's different.
Okay, French fries.
Nah, you might have just joked us the
What
same
do you
thing.
mean?
Chips could be like potato chips, like
this guy's
crisp
being
or-
dumb. Let me do
Go on.
this or that. Okay, I haven't done that many, but I prepared a few. So let's go.
Excited for this, you
I'm
know.
excited.
Custard creams or Oreo originals?
Eh?
Custard
Custard creams or
Custard creams,
bourbons?
Nah, I did the Oreos, man.
What's the, what?
Oreos?
Oh, custard creams.
Custard creams.
Okay. 4 wives or 10 girlfriends?
4 wives.
Hesitate.
I don't know why I swear. 10 girlfriends then, innit?
What did you say? 4 wives?
4 wives.
I couldn't hand. Yeah, no.
I think I'd have
Let's
4
just
wives.
say 10 girlfriends, bro.
Many men, 50 cents, or talking the hardest gigs?
Fuck.
I had to go there. I had to go there.
When talking the hardest, even girl are like, portion of bread all over like a portion of chips. When I was looking up more green,
You know what, yeah?
I was looking
You
up
know
more
what,
green.
yeah? You know what, yeah? Gigs, because like, I'm trying to think many men, yeah? If
Nah, many
Many
men is a
men.
banger.
Yeah,
Please
but,
step
but,
upon me.
but-
Blood in my dog and I
but-
can see.
when
Hey,
talking
I'm
hardest
trying
comes on,
Yeah, it is it's
Nah,
a national
talking-
anthem.
So it's actually the English national anthem. That and Next Type.
Yeah.
Like everyone can sing Talking Hardest and everyone
Trust.
can sing Next Type.
and Wonderwall.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so ability to read minds or the strength of the Incredible Hulk?
ability to
Ability
read
to read
minds, oi, would be dangerous, bro.
Because then I can tell what people are thinking. And
I don't know whether I
need
want to know what people are
I
thinking.
need to catch out these snaky niggas, man. Just be like, yo.
Come on, man.
Okay, jerk or peri-peri?
Jake.
Jake.
Peri-peri ain't that live, you know.
It's
I just think it's all overrated.
Dead Nando's.
Especially the ones that you get in a bottle sauce. It tastes weird.
I had the peri. What do you call it? Peri or peri.
whatever you
Whatever
call
you
it.
call it. Yeah. I had one from a takeaway in Manny one time, and I was like, this ain't.
It doesn't taste the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes it
it
doesn't.
tastes weird.
Okay, Justin Bieber's fame or Jamie Foxx's singing ability?
Jamie Foxx can sing.
I know, that's why I said
Wait,
it.
Jamie Foxx a talented
Justin
guy, you
Bieber's
know.
fame or Jamie
you know
Foxx's
what,
singing
though,
ability?
yeah?
Fame. 100%.
Yeah,
Because Justin Bieber is famous.
I know, that's why I made it
Yo,
as
he's
hard as possible.
Famous.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I don't know because probably never ever gonna be that famous. But Jamie Foxx singing ability, bro.
Nah,
Nah, I think
Justin
I'm
Bieber's
going with
famous.
Jamie Foxx's singing ability.
Blame it
Oh,
on
why?
Blame it on the.
Do you know how-
Imagine you could sing.
Oi,
He sang that song?
Yeah.
Did not even.
bro.
Are you be serious?
Yo, man had a rhythm.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah.
add that to my playlist tonight.
Jamie
actually.
Foxx. Okay, Jennifer Aniston or Eva Longoria?
Jennifer Aniston all day. She bangs cheeks.
What does it look
different.
like,
Like
That
she's
was
the
quick.
buffest
Eva
white
Longoria
girl.
is the one from Hitch. No, that's Eva Mendes.
She
no,
did
wait.
with this. She was in that
No,
game.
Eva
That game.
Longoria is the
She
one
was-
from Desperate Housewives.
That one.
She was
even,
also
sorry.
in that game video. Goes, yeah, oh baby, you get. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
start singing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
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 oh,
she
she
is,
is.
yeah.
Jennifer Aniston. 90s Rachel. You can't tell me there was a.
Do you know what?
Rachel from
Jennifer
Friends?
Aniston. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston and Horrible Bosses though.
Yeah, she aged good. And when she went to get on, man, I was like, imagine if that's your wife. You're 50. She's 50 now, innit?
Yeah.
Yo,
About
she's
50.
baddest.
Have you got another woman
Yeah.
for this and that?
Nah, I'm going another one. 300 ripened plantains or £50 in the bank.
What? Where did you get these from?
I made them up.
I'll take the £50 in the bank.
That's the farm, bro.
I made them up. Okay, Michael Jackson's moonwalk or Steph Curry's 3-pointers?
Steph Curry.
Definitely 3 pointers.
Ras, you managed
Bro,
gonna.
if you do the, have you ever seen that guy when you go to like functions and they bust out all their moves straight
Yeah,
away? Then that's it. Done
Michael
out here.
Jackson's moves, you can't make money off that no more.
Fair enough.
Like Michael Jackson's
Too
dance moves,
recycled.
yeah, it's one of them. Like his moonwalker was revolutionary back then.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to Zanku and Shaku Shaku. That's all they want to do now. And then that Chris Brown.
Chris Brown can dance, bro.
when he was dance battling and Drake.
Oh yeah.
The little snake thing, bro. The best. The best thing I've ever seen man ever do is still stomp the yard when he was doing that.
Well, when he's in it for 10 minutes and
he
he
did
died.
that, and he was the older brother.
Yeah.
But the younger brother looks 15 years older. Like, I didn't get it. But Chris Brown was bare young back then
Yeah,
as well.
he must have been like 16 or
Yeah,
17.
I didn't get it.
But yeah, that was the end of this and that.
Aye,
But
okay.
anyway.
Plug socials.
Yeah, man, plug your socials, go for it. So follow Josh.
No, first follow Front Left Podcast
Do that.
at Front Left Podcast.
And the
Front Left.
Twitter, Front Left Pod.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm Josh _LFTS.
Yes, he is. And Trey.
Trey LVP.
That's, how do you spell Trey?
TR.
Man doesn't even know how to spell his own name.
No. Hang on.
That's
T.
actually-
Hang on. Wait there. Let me rewind that.
It's
TREYL.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
His Twitter one's different.
My Twitter
though.
one's different.
That's
innit?
why I said spell it.
Yeah. So let me start that again. Trey LVP.
Okay.
Big.
And then mine's Tezskii, obviously. TEZSK, double I. Not one I. Not tezskii. Not all
Tezskii.
these remixes you like to do. Also, my graphic design Instagram page, TS_art as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I don't
Front
have
Left
any more
over
pages.
and out.
One
Front
available.
Left of all conversations.
We out here.
It's on iTunes, Spotify. That's
Yo,
us
it's
done.
actually on iTunes and Spotify. Do you know how gassed for it to be on iTunes and Spotify?
That's sick, bro.
I'm so happy.
No excuses now.
I'm so excited.
Let's go, baby.